Hey, what's happening, guys? It was pretty good, Pyro. Well, it wasn't bad, man. Thanks for asking. It just, kind of jacked me up for a bit, though. I'm having a hard time today. Just reminds me of my limitations. Kind of pisses a person's off, you know. But other than that, it was a good time. My little girl and her friend from school had a really good time. Although the campground that I chose was a biker campground, and I'm cool with bikers. Most of them are good people, but what I'm not cool is a friggin' motorcycle that you can hear for 3 miles.
Something's wrong here. Very wrong.
I mean, there is just a ridiculous amount of sound coming out of some of those things. Stick your head out there. This is what I need. That Thompson. Oh, hell yeah, man. Was digging around through some boxes the other day, and I found my grinders one, you know, my aluminum one, and then my potassium one. I'm not going to grind the aluminum again. That was just way too much work. That is definitely just something that's not worth doing. Grinding it down from an aluminum foil, I'm like, cool, I won't have to wait on it to come in. And I was like, holy shit, I didn't know how much work I was really setting myself up for. Time to die, bitches. Put a stop to his ass. Quickness.
Was that mortar shells? No. I know that sound. The tone is all wrong.
Oh, I use separate grinders for each one. I make sure they don't come into contact and don't breathe any of the vapor or anything. I didn't know, man. It was my first foray with messing with it. I was just making some tannerite, more or less. I wanted it really fine so the rifles would set it off, you know, without no problem.
Let's go! It's the most we got! No power. Maybe there's a generator somewhere around.
I'm just trying to survive how many waves. I'm not really worried about the game. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking about getting some stuff and starting to make my own stuff more. More of a hobby, you know. Damn, that thing's brutal. Damn. 25 headshots out of 52 kills. Oh, so what are you gonna do today, Pyro out? You doing any bottle digging? I haven't done shit. I've got 20 things to do, but I'm sitting in my chair today. This is true. Take quite a bit of it, wouldn't it? I'll, you know, learn what I need to learn as I go. I think I'm just starting right now, just making some colored smoke bombs and stuff. I got some wax oil, some oil crayons to add to it. I'm going to add some oil crayons to the mix and try to get a good color. You know, make the Coke can style smoke bombs. I think it's a project I can involve my buddies in without them being too dangerous. Have everybody make their own mix or something, you know. Outside, of course. That's my issue on the 4th of July, man. I'm the responsible one of my friends, which is kind of crazy. I have to keep an eye on my buddy Dave because he's always going to get ready to do something stupid. And it's not that he's stupid. I just don't know why he treats fireworks like it. He was double loading shells and stuff last year in water-soaked tubes that had sat there for weeks. I'm like, man, you're going to get us all blown up. I think I'm not going to be doing nothing for a day or so. Other than it's yard work for me. But right now it's just not possible. What bit of movement I had left in me quit right after I got home. 7.5 hour drive will do it to you. Oh, I know, man. Up at Cedar Point, a lot of the streets leading to the causeway to go out onto the point was flooded over. And unfortunately, my old GPS don't get the real-time information. Cell phone works a lot better, I gotta say. Even though I'm no fan of cell phones. I like it when their head pops off, rolls down the street. It's always touching. Oh, that's not good, is it?
generator. There's a path on the other side of this gate. What the? Earthquake? Now we're cooking with gas. These gates are wired. I bet they need power to open.
Yeah, they need power. Oh, hell yeah. Copper's like cash, man. That works a little too well. Drops the ball.
That sounds like flies, but it's too cold for flies. Lock, how do you open this damn thing?
I hate those things. Little chicken head bastards get me every time. Hey man, every little bit counts, dude. Not only are you making some cash, but you're also cleaning up junk that don't need to be laying around, you know? It's a win-win. Not to mention the health benefits of getting up and actually doing something. Probably the most important part right there.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Oh yeah. I still got a lot of copper to take out from the old heating system that I removed from this house. But it's gonna have to wait until I can feel like crawling up under there. Which might be a minute or two. Today I can barely even walk, man. It's pretty bad. All my joints and shit are locked up really bad. Shit, explosion should have took care of that guy. It's dropping mines behind me. Damn, there is. I didn't know there was that much in an AC unit. Must be a good size one. I've never messed with tearing them down though. I want to quit being less so wasteful. Of course I use mine until they become a fire hazard, so I guess I'm not too wasteful. I've got one you can even turn on, it still works, but the bearings are wore out in it and it squeals. Squeals really loud. It's a little small one though, but it's ready for the scrapping. Now I tell you what, Parallel, what I was looking at, a lot of them supply companies and shit where you can get tubes and caps and, you know, equipment and stuff to make your own shit, that stuff's expensive as fuck, man. By the time you get the materials, you're paying more than retail for the privilege of making a lot of that stuff, so I gotta find a cheaper way of doing it. If I put it into labor, it's gotta be cheaper than what I can buy it for, you know? I don't know, man. You never know. I think our economy is heading for a hit, so usually metals go up when the economy goes down. Isn't that how it works? What do you think about this shit about Iranians shooting down our drone and we don't do nothing about it? I mean, I don't want a war with them crazy bastards either, but we should have at least fucked something up. Maybe chose an unmanned target or something. You know, just get our few million back. Of course, we'd use $1 million cruise missile to blow it up, so we'd still lose. It is a lot of labor, man. From what I can tell from videos and shit, it's like, damn. I want to build some of them high-speed gondolas and stuff, but the amount of craftsmanship and labor that goes into building that is just extreme. I mean, maybe once you become a master, you can do it quickly, but it's going to take a while. I remember my first firecrackers and stuff as a kid, being in an illegal fireworks state all through childhood. You know, I had to make my own stuff. Some of it got pretty decent. Some of it was pretty sad. No, I don't think we should start a war over it, but I would at least do something. I don't know. Like I said, blow up an unmanned radar station or some shit. I don't know. But then that's how shit escalates too, so I don't know. I just don't like it. Them people over in Iran, they watched what we done to Iraq, and they've been gearing up ever since. So I'd say a conflict with them would be a lot more costly. A lot more costly. Of course, we don't need any more conflicts. This is true. Yeah, blunderbuss. Alright. What's up, babyface? It was good, man. It really was. It just, I'm paying the price for it now, man. My arthritis has got me all locked up. Every joint in my body screaming right now. Other than that, it was good. Kids had fun. That's what was important.
Klaus said that death had come to this place.
Dude, the combination of walking around that park and then the 7.5 hour drive home. I can't hardly walk today, man. That's no exaggeration. But that's just because I have that psoriatic arthritis shit. Which its severity is usually dependent on how much physical activity that you've done. But it was a good time. All except for the GPS, not knowing that the streets were flooded out. Trying to get to the park was was an ordeal. GPS kept taking me to flooded out streets. I finally found my way around after driving around forever. Damn, I didn't realize it was that close. Zombie's just cruising there, man. He's like, don't bite me. Shit, really? Hey, what's up, Pyro, dude? How's it going on, brother? Oh, man. When I'm in a place where I don't know the highways and the GPS is taking me down crazy streets and shit, that will frustrate anybody. I don't care who you are. Same old shit, man. I'm just kind of chair-locked today from getting back from that trip. It's pretty rough. Man, you should have saw those prices at those stores I stopped at, man. The shit that they're doing up there is downright criminal. I mean, we've all seen some crazy markups, but by God, man. That location must be gold, is all I can say. That. No, I haven't really been looking, bro. But I could only imagine. But these stores, man, were fucking insane. They were like 50 bucks for a snow cone fountain. I'm like, shit, I can get a case for 52. 8 of them. You know, I know places got markup shit. You're not gonna get wholesale, but there's making yours, and then there's just being a greedy pig. That's just as greedy. Booyah, bitches.
These locks are meant to keep the villagers from going down there. I need to open them from the other side.
Of course you do. Whoa. That was cool. Less than effective use of my power over there. Holy shit, I'm getting overrun. Excellent.
I need to conserve ammunition and focus on my mission. Huh? What does that do?
No doubt, Parody. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you're like me. There's always more shit that you want, but you can't never get it all. Back where we started, bitches. Hey, go that though. Wave 9, not bad. Alright, I'm gonna talk to you guys for a minute. Because I can't play this and talk, you know, that's why I get all quiet. When you're under zombie attack, you can't look at the chat. Hey, how's it going, Paladin? How you been, bro? I hope you've been well. No, I just feel guilty about sitting in a chair all day. I got shit I need to do, but I just can't do it today. I'm chair locked. I'm just gonna sit here, man. My little brother wants me to come visit him and shit, and I'm just like, no, man, I'm just gonna have to stay home. Damn, dude. You ought to take it easy, bro. 12 hours a day is rough. Unless you take some time off in between. Yeah, I know. Some people be on my ass over the grass getting too high or some bullshit around this fucking place, man. It's enough to stress you out on your own property is bullshit. I mean, it ain't, you know, it's not bad or nothing, but it will be in a few days. But, you know, it's just, I don't know, shit like that bothers you when you got, or me anyway, when I gotta get stuff done and I know it. Rest is for the weak, my ass. Rest is for the old and fucked up, bro. I feel like I do would tell me that. I mean, I might not be old, but my health issues make me about 90. That's about what I'm moving like today, man. I think the car ride jacked me up more than the park, because I didn't do a whole lot at the park. I just chilled. Checked in with the kids that were down there and shit, you know. It was too crowded to really do anything. For me, anyway. Standing in line that long is just a non-issue. No doubt, man. Yeah, it was bad. I'm watching little kids and stuff crawl all over that 32 Ford, dude. On the paint job with their tennis shoes and shit. And I'm just like, oh my god. I wanted to go over and tell them to get the fuck off that car, but I'm like, I can't do that, you know. Why they just let that stuff sit and let people crawl all over it's beyond me. I guarantee I could have took the cover off that car, opened up the door, sat in it, nobody just said shit. Which is cool in a way, but a lot of times the more freedom a place gives you, the more people take advantage of it. Yeah, man, you look at the car, you appreciate it, you don't touch it. If you ever clean one and tried to restore something or put that kind of labor and love into it, you'd understand, but people don't respect anything. It's just like fireworks. A lot of people don't understand the amount of labor that actually goes into putting, not only building your fireworks like some of these guys, but just putting a fireworks show together. It's more labor than people would ever imagine after you get to a certain level, you know. Yeah. And Cracker Barrels is the only thing I bought, dude, but they're pretty sweet. They're some really long-lasting ones. I got two different types. I got a Cajun crackler and a noisy cricket crackler. Which one sounds better to you? I don't know yet. I'd say, man. I only had my Camaro and shit that I used to show, but I'd win my category, but that really wasn't anything in my category for modern cars. Everything was about the classics, like, most car shows in small towns, I guess. Of course, I did have a free sweet ride. Yeah. Might be a little longer than 90 seconds, actually, but yeah, they're going for a while. Oh, I don't know about best of show winter kind of work, but just getting ready for the few car shows that I did with my ride was more work than I ever thought. Trying to armor all your hoses and wire looms and make sure everything shines and doesn't have any dirt on it and all this other shit. It's just insane. Cool. Oh shit, oh it's bad. Good God. My legs and stuff are just full for curl over it. I've been hitting this vape with the Fury. That was another thing that was really hard for me, man. Up in Ohio, they got medical and shit up there, right? So all around the park, I'm walking in the vape clouds of fucking smoke. I'm like, damn it, I'd love to get ripped right now. I was seeing all kinds of different cartridges and shit that people were carrying around hitting on. I'm like, damn it, that just goes perfectly with roller coasters. That's cool, man. You gotta do something like that with your grandpa. Might always call me the tall boy. I don't even think he knew my name. Dude, them little crackle pots are pretty sweet to add into different stuff just because of how long they go on. I put a few crackle pots around one of them pro strobes. It's pretty sweet. Especially if it's sitting on top of a set piece that's already doing something else anyway. Hell, there's a place for any kind of pyro, man. Be it a fountain or a salute. There's a place for it. Or at least there is in my pyro box. I bet the old man will never go in my pyro box again. He thought that fucking tiger boom was a goddamn ground bloom. That was some funny shit right there. He's lucky he didn't take his hand off. Sweet, man. That's something to be proud of for sure, bro. Just being able to do it with him is the stuff that's the gold. Yeah, he must have got into my box, dude, is all I can think of. But he thought it was at ground bloom, because he needs to wear his glasses and he don't. He thinks it's ground bloom, so he lights it and he's just standing there waiting for it to spin, you know, the rock. And when it blew up, it threw shell shards all up his arm and shit, peppered him like a shotgun. He's standing right next to it. I'm like, you dumb son of a bitch. But that's just, he shouldn't have messed with my stuff, man. That's me on the 4th of July. I gotta police everything from my own family and people and stuff and be like, good God, leave this. I gotta hide the good stuff, you know? Yeah. Well, it's just he shouldn't have been messing with my stuff to start with. He wouldn't end up in that situation. Not without asking. And then I would have told him, hey, be careful with that. I didn't care if he had it. He just should know what he's fooling with first. I bet he won't do it again. Cool, man. I like him, man. The store that we had down here called Magic Mart, that was somewhat of a department store for a small town anyway. They always sold these thing called, oh God, I can't remember their names, like Zoomers or some shit, right? And what they are is like a really big ground bloom. They're like 3 times the, you know, diameter of a regular one. I didn't know they were like collectible and shit, or I'd have bought the whole display, because they were only like $1 a pack. But come to find out that they're pretty collectible. They haven't been made in a long time. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, that's my designation in my group now. Is I got to watch everybody else. My buddy Dave, he gets ripped, and then he'll do stupid shit. Like last year, he's standing there with a pile of pyro around him, like a wall of stuff. He puts, we had just like a shooter shell on one of them paper, you know, mortar tubes. They've been sitting out in the rain for about a week, because it didn't go off with a shell in it. So he thinks it's a good idea to put a friggin' jawbreaker canister shell on top of that in that week old wet tube and light it right next to all that pyro. I'm like, God, really? That's all I got this year is booms, and booms are canceled for the 4th. What do you mean? Yeah. But seriously, what do you mean? All you got is booms, and booms are canceled for the 4th. What do you need? Hey. Well, that sucks balls, man. Are they cracking down on it or some shit? Really hardcore around there? Is that... I mean, I don't know. I guess you don't want to go into detail, but that must suck. So what's an acceptable boom level? We talking bottle rockets or 200 grams or what? Well, hell, dude, you gotta get some stuff up for sure. If there's anything I could do to help, man, let me know. Because you gotta have some stuff for the 4th, bro. Because you love this shit as much as I do. But yeah, I can understand not wanting to throw the booms down and go to jail either. Not where he lives, man. He's got like a... What was it you said prior to? The FBI center or something like right behind your house or some shit? Probably not a good idea. I hear you. You can't get tired of anything, you know. That's true. Hell, I'm in the opposite. Well, I got a shit ton of ground booms and stuff like that. I mean, I got that covered. Well, I don't know about shit ton because I've been letting them off pretty hard, but I got enough. The only thing I'm short on is air booms as far as that, but I got enough to use it for what I want. I'm pretty much just going to set a couple at the start and end of certain racks to know that they finished all the way, more or less is what I use them for. Plus, you know, they're cool. But that's how I'm going to stretch out what few I have, is I'm just going to set it at the end of the rack. That way I'll know that rack is finished. And then I'll change it up a little, you know, a couple racks in. Yeah, that's fucked up, ain't it? I've seen him go out in China to a fireworks store, drag out a firework box as big as a car in the middle of the street and light it in the middle of the day. Nobody says shit, but here you go to jail for that. Hell yeah, man. So you're gonna go up to the lake and stuff for the 4th, are you? Is that what y'all do? Up to Ray Ray spot? It can be, that's for damn sure. I'll tell you what, my critters sure as hell miss me, man. Every one of them has had to give me all kinds of lovin's. I got one of them eyeballing me right now. A crazy cat. She's got neurological problems though, so it's not her fault. But she is crazy as shit. Quit that. Yeah, man, the only problem with that campground was them damn Harleys, dude. I swear I ain't got no problem with motorcycle people. Good people most of the part. But my God, there's no need to have a bike that you can hear for 3 fucking miles. There just ain't no need for that. And being a biker campground, you think the other bikers would respect that shit a little bit and not do that at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, but they did. And I'm just like, good God. That some jackass come through the campground on a dirt bike about 2 a.m. I was like, good grief, really? There's some people trying to sleep and shit, you know? Just gonna have to quit taking my trips on the weekend when I can. That's the only thing to it, because it's just too crowded. I'm just saying, man, that the campground's full of their people. It's a biker campground. So, you'd think they wouldn't go out there and just lay it down at all hours of the night, man, on this shit that sounds like a 747 jumbo jet. You can literally hear the shit off for 3 or 4 miles.